How was the Glass-Steagall Act repealed? Have you ever wondered how a law designed to protect our financial system could be undone? The Glass-Steagall Act, created in 1933, aimed to separate commercial banking from investment banking. This separation was meant to reduce financial risk, especially after the Great Depression. But fast forward to 1999, and this law faced its end through the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. Let's break down how this happened. Initially, the Glass-Steagall Act played a crucial role in stabilizing the banking system. It prohibited commercial banks from engaging in investment banking activities, such as underwriting securities. This separation was intended to prevent conflicts of interest and protect consumers. However, over the years, the strict boundaries set by Glass-Steagall began to weaken. In 1956, the Banking Holding Company Act made some modifications to the restrictions. Then, in 1986, amendments to Section 20 of the Banking Act allowed banks to engage in certain securities activities. These changes marked the beginning of a gradual shift away from the original intent of the Glass-Steagall Act. As the 1980s and 1990s rolled in, lobbying efforts for repeal gained momentum. Supporters argued that the Glass-Steagall Act limited the competitiveness of American banks. They pointed to foreign banks that operated under more flexible regulations. Advocates believed that allowing banks to diversify into both commercial and investment activities would actually reduce risk by spreading exposure across various financial sectors. Despite concerns from opponents who feared increased financial risk, the push for repeal continued. In 1999, the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act was passed, officially repealing key provisions of the Glass-Steagall Act. This allowed commercial banks, investment banks, and insurance companies to consolidate and offer a wider range of financial services. After the repeal, institutions like Citigroup took full advantage of the new rules. They expanded their operations into areas like insurance underwriting and securities. However, the repeal sparked debates about its role in later financial crises. While some suggested that the repeal contributed to instability, evidence indicates that the separation of Glass-Steagall might not have prevented such crises. In practical terms, the repeal marked a major shift in financial regulation in the United States. It led to the rise of large, diversified financial conglomerates. This change reflected evolving views on financial markets and regulation at the end of the 20th century. The ongoing tension between regulation and market freedom continues to shape the history of financial systems.